I need your input regarding Frigidaire oven troubleshooting.
The original source of your trouble is buying an oven from a company literally called Cold Air.
They make a lot of appliances.
Frigidaire ovens have problems with runaway overheating.
I'm assuming this is not due to the self-cleaning cycle causing it to get so hot it catches fire.
There are reports of Frigidaire ovens catching fire, but that's more often due to a malfunctioning control panel than the self-cleaning cycle, though there was a recall.
What was the recall for?
Back in 2012, there was a recall for a couple of Frigidaire gas ranges that had a delayed ignition in the broil and bake feature, and that was a fire hazard.
The solution for that is getting it fixed under the warranty, if the oven were old enough to be subject to the recall.
You may just want to scrub the caked-on grease by hand too, given how often the self-cleaning feature burns out the broil element and bakes the control panel.
How do you know it affected the control panel?
If you run the self-clean cycle and the clock stops working or the control panel doesn't respond after that, you know that cleaning the oven requires replacing the control panel.
I'd think a failing control panel would turn it off.
Oh, it might, and a thermal fuse blowing because the oven overheated whether you self-cleaned or broiled a roast could explain it not coming on too.
You were talking about out-of-control temperatures in the oven.
Frigidaire ovens use an electronic oven control or EOC along with a temperature sensor probe to measure the actual temperature.
That makes sense so far.
The temperature sensor probe sticks out of the rear wall of the oven and registers its temperature and tells the oven control if the temperature in the unit is what it should be.
And then the electronic oven control should turn on the heating element if it isn't hot enough.
Sometimes the probe malfunctions and sometimes the EOC fails, but in either case, you get burnt inner and blown thermal fuses as it overheats.
That does become a new excuse for why dinner is ruined.
If the oven was consistently overheating by 20 or 50 degrees, I'd say to clean the sensor because the caked-on grease is insulating it.
That's about the opposite of a dirty flame sensor not recognizing that the flame is on and shutting down a furnace.
Just do not use the self-cleaning option to try to clean the temperature sensor.